Now at 4:30, hundreds gathering on Columbia Center Boulevard on Saturday, united in their message how the area handled the local event on a national stage. Plus, a Kennewick family loses their home to a fire. What we know so far about the blaze that gutted the entire house. And an investigation is underway after a pedestrian is hit by a car and dies of their injuries near a busy Kennewick intersection. Plus, Stacy says much of the area is dealing with more red flag warnings.
That's right, a live look from the Yakima Valley to the Columbia Basin. A few high clouds out there, some strong gusty winds in the area, and red flag warnings. I'll give you all the details. Apple Valley News Now, special edition starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now, special edition, on your side.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Austin Reed. A pedestrian died while crossing the street in Kennewick this morning. The Kennewick Police Department says the pedestrian was hit on Gage Boulevard between Louisiana Street and Grand Ridge Boulevard. The road was closed for several hours, but it reopened after 10 a.m. The police department says its investigation is ongoing and that it will release the victim's name once their family has been notified. Cops are also asking people who witnessed the crash to call non-emergency dispatch to provide a statement if they haven't done so already. Over in Yakima now, the police department investigating a homicide after they responded to reports of gunfire this morning. This happened shortly after 9 a.m. in the 1200 block of Pleasant Avenue. Officers arrived to find a deceased 66-year-old male with apparent gunshot wounds. A person of interest, a 38-year-old male, was located near the scene. He was taken into custody and booked into the Yakima County Jail for first-degree murder. The deceased male and the shooter lived at the same home, but in different structures. Officials believe this is an isolated shooting. Anyone with information asked to contact YPD. A 24-year-old vulnerable adult is recovering after being rescued from the Rosa Canal near Sela this morning. Yakima County deputies say the man had walked away from his home and entered the water before help could arrive. First responders pulled him from the canal. About 15 minutes later, he was taken to the hospital, is expected to be okay. The sheriff's office thanked multiple agencies for their quick response. Now to Fire Watch, the Kennewick Fire Department investigating a house fire. Crews and the Kennewick Police Department arrived to the scene just before 4 in the morning on Saturday. Upon arriving, they found the house fully engulfed in flames. There was also vegetation in the backyard area that had started to burn. It took about a half an hour to get the fire contained, but the house is a total loss. The people inside the home at the time of the fire were able to get out okay. It is unknown if there were any injuries. The cause of the fire under investigation. Umatilla County Fire District 1 is reminding people that burning season is closed and will be until September 30th. Fire officials say right now is peak wildfire season and that in the district's service area, burning of any kind is closed. If you choose to ignore the notice, you can be fined up to $250 of the cost of what it takes fire officials to fight the wildfire, including reimbursing the district for the apparatus and personnel. The burn policy does not apply to barbecue type equipment, and if you do recreational burning, ceremonial fires, or ag burns, you need permission and a special permit for those. With high temperatures and low humidity, there are some red flag warnings in effect across our region. Stacy?
That's right, red flag warnings for the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. You can see right here on your map, so Ellensburg right on down into the Yakima Valley. We also have a fire weather watch. This is a 48 hours out. We're looking into Wednesday, where the entire region also could be under the same threat. Again, low humidity. We've got gusty winds in the region, and we've been seeing those all day today in Ellensburg. The winds are going to pick up a little bit later on this afternoon in the Yakima Valley, and it's been very blustery in the Columbia River Gorge. Columbia Basin area looking much better. 88 degrees outside right now on our Bi-Mart Skycam, looking into the city of Yakima. There we have winds sustained at 11 miles per hour. Again, that low humidity, look at that, 12%, very, very low. critical fire danger into the area. So we want to be very fire wise. Temperatures on the warm side, but I've got news on that. Temperatures are going to start trending down later in the week. Planning your evening out, 70s and 80s. We'll be in the 70s and 80s again at 8 and finally cooling off around 10 o'clock tonight. So let's recap everything for you. Those gusty winds continuing, very windy again on Wednesday, a cooling trend all the way towards the weekend, and we're tracking possibly finally some needed weekend showers. I'll talk more about that coming up. Austin?
Columbia Center Boulevard in Kennewick is usually a very busy street filled with shoppers or people looking for a bite to eat. But over the weekend, hundreds of people flocked to line the streets in protest. Those people who lined Columbia Center Boulevard in Kennewick over the weekend, joining in a protest in cities across the nation. Indivisible Tri-Cities organized the local No Kings protest. Protesters say they showed up to make sure people know they can speak out. But what exactly is a No Kings protest? It's not just about one thing, the group says.
Of all the other things that have been going on in the last couple of weeks in terms of the reconciliation bill, the veteran affairs, the threat to the environment, and the list goes on and on. But really big today is defend our democracy.
There were nearly 2,000 marches and nearly 5 million people estimated to have taken part in the No Kings protests all across the nation. Turning to continuing coverage, we have an update on Sergio Gomez, who was taken by ICE on April 25th during an interview related to his pending immigration application. His wife, Gabby, says a recent court hearing did not go well, stating, quote, "It was very sad and pathetic what our lawyer did. He didn't know anything about our case. Sergio was denied to stay in the United States," end quote. Now, she also says she's not giving up and plans to speak to new lawyers, adding that she will continue running their food truck, Hibachi Explosion in Kennewick. She says her husband is currently in Mexico at the home of his family, and within the next couple of weeks, she is hoping that their family can reunite. Home improvement just got easier in Pasco. The city council has approved changes that cut down on permit requirements for common projects. You no longer need a permit for things like roof or siding replacement, small sheds, certain decks, driveways, fences, and awnings, as long as they meet size and location limits. Even without permits, projects still have to follow building codes. Residents can contact the city for guidance. However, last year, city staff spent a lot of time processing these types of permits.
We had processed 881 such permits, so that's quite a bit for staff time when you add in taking in the permit, reviewing it, issuing it. That is estimated to save staff up to 40 hours per week collectively.
The city says the goal is to reduce red tape while keeping safety standards in place. And the city of Kennewick is asking residents to help shape the future of their community, and it starts with a quick online survey. The city is updating its comprehensive plan, a long-term guide for how the city grows through 2046. The city is asking people who live, work, or own property in Kennewick to share their input through a brief survey now available on the city's website.
And we just want members of our community to make sure they take the survey so that we get all their hopes and their vision for the future in Kennewick captured.
The survey only takes a few minutes to fill out and will help guide future decisions on housing, transportation, and economic development. Still ahead, it's an annual tradition for Tri-City Americans ticket holders, the special greeting set up for fans today. And will the hot weather be sticking around for a long time? Stacy's up next with your full First Alert forecast.
Lifetime Dental is committed to providing the best dental care in the Tri-Cities by treating patients like family, as well as providing a healthy work-life balance for the team. Hear what their doctors have to say.
I think developing that relationship with a patient is where you get the trust. And then with the trust is when you can really kind of build on these treatment plans and provide the best care for them so that the outcome is most predictable and that they're the most satisfied. I think my passion kind of more stems from the problem-solving aspect of dentistry. So I really like getting complex patients that need a lot of different needs and kind of figuring out a plan that incorporates like good dentistry to kind of solve their problems. I think I just get that emotional recharge from just kind of spending quality time with family. So my 2 girls and then my wife. So we try and get out of the house and get up in the mountains or go to the beach and just kind of do quality things together. And that's kind of where I get my most recharge from, for sure.
Lifetime Dental Care, located at Queensgate, voted best dentist in the Tri-Cities 9 times.
This summer, big wins come in sevens at Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Get ready for the $100,000 Lucky Summer Sevens giveaway with over $12,000 cash up for grabs every Friday and Saturday in June. The heat is on, and so is the grand prize on June 28th. 3 winners choose 7 cards with prizes. Reveal 7 sevens and instantly win $17,000 cash. Wild Horse Resort and Casino, celebrating 3 decades of fun.
This summer, Dickerson's Tri-City Pianos is heating things up with incredible savings on every piano in our showroom. Take advantage of special bundles on our digital models. Enjoy savings on both new and used options. Get up to $10,000 off on select grand pianos. Enjoy 0% financing for 12 months, and every purchase includes free delivery in Tri-Cities. The hottest part, our 2-day summer sale event happens June 26th and 27th only. Turn up the heat and visit Dickerson's Tri-City Pianos today.
Hot Tub, Hot Tub, Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2025 inventory. Friday through Sunday. 2 locations, Spokane and Pasco. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2025 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Come see the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center and Hapo Center Pasco. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
An amazing garden on Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6.
If you have ever wanted to upgrade your view for Americans hockey, now is your chance. The team is hosting a 3-day Meet Your Seat event at the Toyota Center, and you are invited. Today through Wednesday, fans can stop by the Toyota Center between noon and 6 p.m. in Kennewick. You'll have a chance to check out different seat options, meet with an account executive, and even relocate your current seats or become a brand new season ticket holder. Plus, the team store is open. There are raffle prizes and some light refreshments to enjoy while you browse.
We miss hockey when it's over, and we kind of look forward to it coming up in the fall. So it's a great way just to get back in the arena, get back face-to-face with fans, have them kind of check out their seat and kind of see what's going to be ahead for this next season.
So the event runs through Wednesday, and best of all, you don't need a ticket to check it out. Just head to the Toyota Center and meet your seat. The Walla Walla Sweets are on a roll at Borleski Stadium, securing their 2nd straight home series win Sunday night against the Cowlitz Black Bears. The Sweets won the Father's Day rubber match 6-4, powered by Dominic Cadiz's 3-run homer in the 4th. The UCLA commit boosted his average to over a .430 batting average on the season. Trevor Stowe closed it out in the 9th, locking down a 5-1 record at home so far this summer. The team now sits 2nd in the South Division.
You're starting to see more and more now that the graduations are over, the crowds increasing and coming out and having a good time and really getting behind the guys. You see it on the field afterwards when the parents and the host families can come out and talk to the kids and, get autograph signs.
Walla Walla is off to its best start to a season since 2019. The Sweets returned to Borleski Tuesday night with a matchup against the Kamloops North Paws as they look to keep the winning streak going in front of the home crowd. We have some business headlines for you tonight. Duracell is suing Energizer. It's accusing the rival battery maker of running a deceptive advertising campaign. In its lawsuit, Duracell alleges Energizer's new ad campaign falsely states its Energizer Max batteries outlast Duracell Power Boost batteries by 10%. Duracell alleges the sole basis for Energizer's 10% claim is a comparison of AA batteries from the 2 brands under one industry standard. But performance is also measured by other standards. Duracell claims the ads have caused it to suffer irreputable reputational harm. Duracell, which is owned by Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway, is seeking to stop the ad campaign and wants Energizer to pay for damages. Popular home goods retailer At Home has filed for bankruptcy. The company cites tariff increases and a slowdown in consumer spending. At Home announced it has agreed to a deal with its lenders that will eliminate substantially all of its roughly $2 billion in debt. The agreement will provide fresh funding to keep most At Home stores open while it navigates the bankruptcy process. At Home has locations in both Kennewick and Yakima. No word if they will shutter just yet. The man accused of a deadly shooting spree in Minnesota will face federal and state murder charges. Authorities say Vance Bolter wounded a state senator and his wife and then killed a Minnesota representative and her husband Saturday morning. He appeared in federal court this afternoon. Ivan Rodriguez has the latest developments.
Vance Bolter inflicted unimaginable harm to our community Saturday morning, and he did it while impersonating the very people who are trusted to protect and serve.
Investigators say these haunting surveillance images show murder suspect Vance Bolter wearing a mask, police-style badge, and tactical vest as he approached the front door of Democratic State Senator John Hoffman early Saturday morning. Bolter is accused of shooting and wounding Hoffman and his wife shortly before he shot and killed State Representative Melissa Hartman and her husband. Authorities captured him after a massive, roughly 43-hour manhunt.
Today, the manhunt is over, but the investigation continues, and more importantly, the process to healing begins.
Bolter is now in federal custody. State law enforcement turned him over Monday morning to face additional charges.
My expectation, based on prior cases, is the federal charges will be litigated first, but the state charges won't necessarily go anywhere.
While law enforcement is still investigating a motive, they have confirmed the accused gunman had an apparent hit list with dozens of names, including prominent Democrats and figures with ties to Planned Parenthood or the abortion rights movement.
It is a frightening time we are living in. Political violence is prevalent, and the way we talk to and about each other has raised the temperature to unfathomable levels. We cannot continue on this way.
In St. Paul, Minnesota, I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
Prosecutors say Bolter had even more targets and went to two other politicians' homes Saturday with the intent to kill them.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And we've got First Alert Weather Day. Of course, red flag warnings in place for the Yakima and the Kittitas Valley. That's going to be in place through tonight. Low humidity, strong gusty winds. Any fires that start would spread rapidly. We also have fire weather watch for central Washington, the Moses Lake area. That will probably spread around on Wednesday as we're anticipating even stronger winds on Wednesday. Let's take a look at our future cast for our winds. We see them picking up along the Columbia River Gorge and the Kittitas Valley, including Yakima throughout the evening. This is 10 o'clock tonight. Still very windy. Lighter winds happening, though, in the Columbia Basin, Tri-Cities area of the Columbia Basin. As we get through the night, you'll see things calm down slightly, and then they're going to pick right back up along the foothills of the Blues. Most of us will enjoy calmer winds for Tuesday for the first part of the day. Then in the afternoon, those winds are going to pick back up. About 35-mile-an-hour gust in Ellensburg, 20 and 25-mile-an-hour gust in the Columbia Basin, and 20 and 30-mile-an-hour gusts in the foothills of the Blues. We're also keeping our eye on smoke conditions. Right now, our air quality is good. However, we do still have some fires burning near the Dalles, which occasionally will bring some smoke into the lower portion, Hermiston, Pendleton, Lexington, and those areas over the coming days. 88 degrees outside, a few clouds filtering through. That humidity very low at 12%. Wind sustained in the Tri-Cities at 11 miles an hour. Look for our sunset tonight, 8:51, staying light till almost 9 o'clock at night. Temperatures nice and warm. Look at Hanford at 92, 90 in the Tri-Cities, 80s for the foothills here, and between 80 and 88 in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. All right, let's take a look at where we've gone so far temperature-wise in the month of June in Yakima. We had that record-breaking day on June 9th and been above average for many days. That trend is about to change. We're going to see those temperatures start to drop as we head into the weekend. In fact, we're going to be below the average by a good 10 degrees on Saturday for Yakima. Our temperatures for the Tri-Cities area have been above average, haven't broken any records so far, But we're going to see those temperatures also begin to drop as we have a couple of cold fronts that will start moving in towards the weekend. That's good and bad. It makes the temperatures better, less high heat out there, but those winds that come along with cold fronts could make fire danger elevated. So we'll keep a close eye on that in the coming days. But again, temperatures tonight will be pleasant, good sleeping weather down in the 40s and 50s, mostly the 50s through the region. 55 Tri-Cities, 53 Yakima. 7-day planning forecast. There's those breezy to gusty winds. Look for the very windy day Wednesday, Juneteenth on Thursday, and then there's our opportunity to see some showers, which are much needed as they head into the weekend. And look at the lows on Saturday, 73. We haven't seen those low of temperatures for quite a bit. Here's what it looks like in Yakima. Breezy winds and chances of showers. Better chance on Saturday, but look for those showers to start developing Friday night into Saturday. Ellensburg has a pretty good chance of seeing some rain, but look at all the windy days ahead in the Kittitas Valley. It's going to be very, very windy there. Walla Walla also has some breezy winds with a good chance of seeing some showers over the weekend, especially on Saturday. And look at those temperatures dropping into the 60s. And in Hermiston, very breezy there as well tomorrow in the afternoon. And then again Wednesday, everybody's going to be pretty windy, but some much needed showers, Austin, and a nice little cool off into the weekend.
All right.
So
there we go. Thank you very much. Coming up next here at 4:30, we're turning the spotlight onto a student representative in the Richland School District who is also a recent graduate. Stay tuned.
Register today. Register your team for $140. Ends midnight Tuesday, June 24th.
Got a family reunion in the works? Make it unforgettable at Beaver Valley Lodge. With cozy rooms, beautiful mountain views, and plenty of space to gather, it's the perfect place to reconnect and make new memories. Book direct with us and get 10% off. That means more savings for barbecues, bonfires, and all those late night laughs. So skip the middleman and book direct today, because great reunions start with the perfect place to stay. Beaver Valley Lodge. Come as a guest and leave as a friend.
Meet the Moore family. They switched from cable internet to Ziply Fiber and got so much more. Mr. Moore got more upload speed for next level gaming and live streaming to the masses. Mason Moore got even more done for his sneaker business, quickly uploading HD product demos and video conferencing without freezing. Brad, you're on mute. And now that her family doesn't need her for tech support, Mrs. Moore has more time to stream games into overtime. Let's go! Get more of what you love by switching to Ziply Fiber for $65 less per month than cable at ziplyfiber.com.
Okay, y'all, we got 10 orders coming in.
Starting a business is never easy, but starting at 8 months pregnant, that's a different story. I couldn't slow down. We were starting a business from the ground up. People were showing up left and right, and so did our business needs. The Chase e-card made it easy. When you go for something big like this, your kids see that, and they believe they can do the same.
Earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase with the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
It's time. Time to let your soul breathe a little, to feel the sun on your face, and to feel alive again. It's time to dust off the clubs, to treat yourself, and test out your lungs. It's time to get away to the place that's not so far away. Lakeside Coeur d'Alene. Win a dream giveaway at cda4.fun.
Get a clean you can see with the Maytag Pet Pro Top Load Washer.
Save $800 on this Maytag Top Load Washer Dryer Set on sale at Fred's.
The washer removes 5 times more pet hair with a Pet Pro filter. It also has a deep fill option to soak away your biggest messes.
Save $800 on this Maytag set today. On sale at Fred's.
Fred's is your go-to destination for the best value in laundry sets.
The NBA Finals continue on ABC.
Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. Learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
A 2025 Richland High School graduate has been honored for her service, leadership, and commitment to equity. Abby Koch has received the Southeast Washington Association of School Administrators Student Leadership Award. She is credited for having a central role in bringing back Richland High's Black Student Union. Koch has also earned national recognition with the Princeton Prize in Race Relations. If you have an idea for the spotlight, send me an email, areed@applevalleyNewsNow.com. All
right, we're coming back. We've got, of course, your viewer photo of the day and one final look at that weather forecast.
An amazing garden on Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6.
This is the Tempur-Pedic Breeze mattress, and it's designed to help you feel cool. So no more sweating all night, no kicking off the covers or blasting the air conditioning, because only the Tempur-Pedic Breeze is made with our one-of-a-kind cooling technology that pulls heat away from your body, so the mattress feels up to 10 degrees cooler all night long.
And for a limited time, save up to $500 on select adjustable mattress sets and get a $300 gift. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
Ryan wants to get every new device that's smart. I'm wondering, how can the internet handle all of this?
We have Spectrum Internet. We use it for everything. Homework, remote work from home, doing research for trips.
Spectrum Internet allows us to do things faster and more conveniently.
I feel like that's a win-win for everybody.
Fast, reliable internet starting at $30 a month, backed by the Spectrum commitment to keep you connected.
Why do patients and families immediately think of Good Shepherd? They trust our knowledge and expertise. They value the compassionate care we provide. They feel like they are being taken care of by family. From our renowned doctors and top-of-the-line technology to our state-of-the-art facilities, Good Shepherd Healthcare System. Patients first, always.
Attention viewers. Good News Today, produced by Richland Lutheran Church, airing Sundays at 9 a.m., will be airing this Saturday, June 21st at 9 a.m. Good News Today will resume its regularly scheduled time Sunday, June 29th at 9 a.m.
This summer, Dickerson's Tri-City Pianos is heating things up with incredible savings on every piano in our showroom. Take advantage of special bundles on our digital models. Enjoy savings on both new and used options. Get up to $10,000 off on select grand pianos. Enjoy 0% financing for 12 months, and every purchase includes free delivery in Tri-Cities. The hottest part, our 2-day summer sale event happens June 26th and 27th only. Turn up the heat and visit Dickerson's Tri-City Pianos today.
On behalf of STCU, we want to present you with this $1,000 check.
Brian is the regional logistics leader. He makes sure things are ready when it comes to disaster response.
To nominate someone, click on Volunteers Count at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
A flight over some amazing flowers.
Modeled after formal European-style gardens.
Summer gardens on Fly the Northwest.
There's not much like it in the Northwest.
Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Coming up tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest, from all of your top stories and updates. And Josh has a look in weather-wise.
Yeah, the wind's going to be a little bit calmer compared to Monday, but then the winds ramp back up for Wednesday. I'll tell you just how strong they could be on Good Morning Northwest tomorrow at 5 a.m.
And if you're waiting for basketball, we got to make you smile. So we wait for it every day. Come take a look at your screen. This one's from Rick Zimmerman. Look at that. Now, remember, we had the full strawberry moon a week or so ago. He says this was in Wyoming. So what a great photo of the moon during the day. Thanks, Rick. QR code on top of your screen. That's the easiest way to get your photo on TV. Or you can go to AppleValleyNewsNow.com. Click on the weather tab. Thanks to our friends at Lifetime Dental Care. All right, let's plan your day tomorrow. Again, look at that. Lots of sunshine. Temperature slightly cooler. We won't probably be seeing any 90-degree temps. If we do, very low 90s. But overall, be looking for cooler days going forward. In fact, a peek at your 7-day planning forecast, we go from the 80s down to the 70s. Those lower 70s, it's kind of weird to see that in this part of June. We're typically getting warmer, so a nice little cool off and potentially some much needed rain in the forecast area, so that looks good. Now, the thing to take away is we do have high winds. Fire danger is very elevated. We have the red flag warning in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley, But we also see elevated fire danger tonight in Benton County. They just released that, so no burning outside of a normal, like a barbecue or something tonight. So fire danger high. Be fire wise out there.
Good reminders. Thank you, Stacey. Up next, Game 5 of the NBA Finals.